They say women fall in love with their hearts, not their eyes, but sometimes even the strongest woman falls harder than she ever planned. This video will reveal 6 moments when a woman falls in love deeper than she expected. And by the end, you'll understand the secret emotions that make her heart surrender, even when her mind says no. So watch closely, because somewhere in this list, you'll recognize the exact moment when she fell for you without meaning to. It all starts with the moment he makes her feel safe. You see, every woman builds invisible walls around her heart, walls made of past pain, betrayal, and disappointment. But when she meets a man who listens without judging, who lets her speak freely without interrupting, something shifts inside her. It's not about gifts, looks, or charm. It's that deep calm she feels in his presence, like her heart can finally exhale. That's when she begins to fall. Not because he's perfect, but because he makes her feel at peace. And that peace, that's addictive. The second time she falls harder than she expected is when he remembers the small things. The way she likes her coffee, the song that reminds her of childhood, the story she told once at 2 a.m. that she thought he forgot. When a man remembers details that even she barely remembers sharing, her heart whispers, he's different, because every woman has met someone who only pretended to care. But when a man genuinely listens, not to reply, but to understand, that's when she starts replaying every moment in her head, wondering when he became so important. The third time, when he shows up consistently, no mixed signals, no games, no vanishing acts, just steady, honest effort. That's when her guard collapses, because deep down, women don't fall for grand gestures, they fall for consistency. The good morning texts that never fade, the promises that are kept, the plans that actually happen. She realizes he's not just interested, he's invested. And that realization hits harder than any romantic confession, because in a world full of temporary attention, consistency feels like love. The fourth time she falls harder than she expected is when he protects her, not because she's weak, but because he respects her. He stands up for her when others try to put her down. He defends her even when she's not around to hear it. He makes her feel valued in a world that often tries to break her confidence. That's when she realizes, this man isn't just by her side, he's on her side. And that's rare. That's the kind of loyalty that makes her heart skip a beat long after he's gone. Then comes the fifth, when he sees her at her worst, and stays. Not just the makeup, laughter, or good days, but the tears, the insecurities, the chaos. Every woman has a secret fear, that she's too much to love, too emotional, too complicated, too broken. But when he sees all her flaws and doesn't flinch, when he says, I'm not going anywhere, that's when she completely melts. Because that's not attraction anymore. That's connection. That's trust. That's love born from acceptance, not perfection. And finally, the sixth, when she realizes he inspires her to be better, not by forcing her to change, but by being the kind of man who naturally lifts her higher. He makes her believe in herself again. He challenges her to chase dreams she once buried. He doesn't compete with her strength. He celebrates it. And that's the moment she falls harder than she ever thought possible. Because love isn't about finding someone who completes you. It's about finding someone who reminds you that you were already complete. But now you're growing together. But here's the twist, she never plans it. She never wakes up one day and says, I'm going to fall for him. It happens quietly, in the middle of an honest conversation. In the way he looks at her when she's talking passionately about something she loves. In the way he texts, did you get home safe? Instead of, what are you wearing? Love sneaks in through the moments that seem small but mean everything. And the truth is, when a woman falls harder than she expected, it's not always about the man, it's about how he makes her feel about herself. Seen, heard, safe, wanted, cherished. That's what captures her heart, not the chase, but the connection. And once she feels that connection, she'll never see him the same way again. Because for her, love isn't about finding someone flawless. It's about finding someone real, someone who stays when it's hard, listens when it's quiet, and cares when no one's watching. So if you've ever wondered when she fell for you, it wasn't that night you said, I love you. It was that ordinary day you made her feel extraordinary. That's when her heart decided you're the one.